Hello students, welcome to Chemistry 3A. I want to tell you a little bit about what to expect for this course. One thing I do want to let you know is that this is actually modeled on a hybrid course that we were offering prior to the COVID-19 shutdowns. So there will be some changes related to the lab, but a lot of this has already been done ahead of time based on our previous model. So there's not as much of a last minute rush here as you might see in some of your other online courses right now. So I wanted to start out by introducing you to the course and some things you might want to be aware of as we get started into the course. So hopefully you're able to find your way to Canvas. Most of what we'll be doing for the course will happen through Canvas, including the Zoom meetings. You can access that through the ConferZoom link on Canvas when we have our lab times. So what I'm going to do is go through the first module. The material in this first module is information you need to have completed by the time we meet in person on Friday. I say in person, I mean through Zoom, right, of course. But we'll all be there at the same time on Friday, whereas the rest of this information are things that you can do at any other time. So let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, this is organized by modules. The modules are essentially, most of the modules will be completed in about a week. Some of them take a little bit longer, and there's a few modules that we cover more than one in a week. So the first module we see here, there might be some announcements that will go there, and then the following modules will, module 2 will be the week after this first week. Also, I should say there's a few things I still have to update before class starts. So the date for Module 1 is correct. Module 2 and beyond have not been fixed yet, so just be aware of that when you're watching the video. By the time class starts, they should all be fine. So the first section here is Welcome to the Course, is providing you some basic information about what to expect for the class. Basically the first day of class is is Monday the 10th. You can do what you need to do anytime between then and Friday, and then we'll meet through Zoom all at the same time on that Friday. You will need to work out some things before that, so we'll talk about a little bit about what those are. So this is giving you a lot of information similar to what you'll be seeing in as you're watching this video. There's some contact information down here to be aware of. So if you're watching this, you're probably on Canvas. You're probably doing fine with that. If you need any accommodations, the contact information for DSPS is there as well. And then this is a website. Let me go ahead and open this with information on getting ready for online classes. So I know for many of you, perhaps you were not planning to be taking online classes, but that's basically what there is right now. Not just this class, but any of your other classes. So if you're feeling uncomfortable with that situation, you might read through this to help get ready for that. And then at the bottom of each little blurb here, there is a next button. There's Q&A here. We'll look at, that's actually what we're getting to next anyways. So this is a Q&A forum. This is if you have any questions specifically about the structure of the online class, not about the material content for each module. So if you're not sure how something works, this is the best place to ask that, and I'll be looking here for any questions that come up. And then we'll go to the next one. Course communication policy. So this is just basically about how I expect to be communicating with you. Again, you're doing a lot of this independently. The lecture portion of the course is asynchronous. You're doing it on your own time. but I still need to be in contact with you. So how that will typically work is I'll do a lot of that kind of work on Tuesday, possibly other days in the week as well. But that's the day I'd have blocked out for that. And then probably Thursday as well, right before the lab on Friday. You do need to be aware of, being present when we do have the lab. Present means that you're in the Zoom meeting during that time. And then there is an ability to turn in work late, but it's in your best interest to get everything in on time. The best thing is if you are having any difficulties with keeping up, if you have unexpected things come up, let me know ahead of time as soon as possible so I can figure out a way to help you succeed. We do cover a lot. It does go really fast, and I want to make sure you have the best chance of success. Okay, so next button again to go on to the next thing, and again, as we go through, you'll be doing that. This is a little bit about the discussion board. The discussion board will be part of the grade for the course, and this is a little bit about how that will work. You're expected to contribute to that each week as basically evidence that you are engaging with the course and you're communicating with each other as part of that process. So the expectation is that you would be both making a post and replying to someone else's post. I'm not going to read all of these details here. I'll let you do that as you're reading through this. But in order to help you engage with this material, what I've done is I provided a series of worksheets for you, and you can use the questions on those worksheets as sort of a prompt in terms of what to have a discussion about. So you might have a question about one of them. You might want to show how you go about answering one of them so other people can see that. There's a lot of possibilities here. There is a possibility to get some extra credit by participating in this kind of discussion board. So again, I'll let you read through these. You can write your own quiz, for example. You can share some helpful resources. So there's a lot of ways to engage, and the point here is not to overwhelm you with too many options, but the point is that hopefully you find at least one of them that works very well for you, and you do that one. And if the others don't make a lot of sense to you, you don't have to do them. But if you do a lot of different things here, there is a potential for extra credit. If you have questions about specifically what I'm looking for in terms of the this sort of discussion board aspect of the grade, you can always ask those in that Q&A forum that we looked at earlier. Okay, there's a little quiz here. This is not a quiz like the other quizzes over the content of the material. This will be part of your participation grade, similar to the discussion boards. And basically the idea here is you're just looking to see if you understand the way the course works in terms of what is the function of the discussion board, what are the other things that you need to do. Basically looking over if you understand what the syllabus is saying, those sorts of things. You can retake it as many times as you need to. That's fine to get the right answers here. But it's just to give you a sense of what the course is about. So you'll need to be doing that this first week. One other thing I would like you to do is complete a student schedule. And what this is for is because this is an asynchronous course in that not all of the class time were together at a given point in time. You have to schedule this yourself. I want to make sure that you are giving yourself the time you need to succeed for the course. And it's easy sometimes to think that we just have all of this time available, and if we're going to do something online, it's just somehow it's going to happen. That's hard to do for me, and it's probably hard to do for a lot of you as well. So the best thing is to have a schedule and stick to that schedule, and block out, these are the times I'm going to be doing my chemistry. And if you get done early, that's great. You can do something else, but don't assume it's just going to happen, because I know we're all very busy. I know many of you work a lot, have a lot of family commitments, especially right now. So just think about how are you going to get this done. I'm saying 9 hours of time. That's ideal for getting everything done. And then the 3-hour block of time that we are together on the Zoom on Fridays. So go ahead and fill that out. You get a grade for this. I'm not going to come to your house and check what you're doing at these times. It's just to help you. It's a motivation to help you get the time you need to succeed in the course. And there's a template here you can use. If you want to do it some other way, that's fine as well. Again, we go through the next button. And then there is another little graded thing here. It's an introduction. So just tell us a little bit about yourself. I'll probably say some things about myself when we meet through the Zoom on the end of the week. But go ahead and introduce yourself here. You'll get credit for it. You can say as much or as little as you would like to. And it's okay to interact with other people if you want. Just be very courteous as people are sharing their information here. I will probably also have an additional introductory activity that we will be doing on the day we meet together on Zoom. And that will be related to some of the other lab activities we'll be doing later. I will be having you work in groups, and so that will be helpful in determining that. For now, just introduce as much or little of yourself as you want to. The one for later, we'll talk about that when we meet in person. I keep saying in person, right? By that I mean in Zoom, meet through Zoom at the end of the week. And then a little bit about the online homework. So at the end of each module, there will be an online homework assignment that you will need to complete. So go ahead and be aware of that. The one I'm showing you right now, this will be updated before class starts. But the syllabus also has that information. So the idea here is that you are completing the activities, the worksheets during the week to get ready for the quiz, to get ready for the lab time, and then after that you'll finish the online homework. It's completely fine if you start. In fact, I would encourage you to start on the online homework before the end of the week, so you can have questions, and we can even talk about those during the time we have the Zoom, if that's helpful to you. And then just kind of finish it up over the weekend. And then there is a discussion board. I'm putting this in the first module specifically for online homework. This one is not graded as the other discussion boards within other modules will be graded. It's just if you have a specific question about a specific homework problem, you could ask it here. The other discussion boards are more focused on the things that are within those worksheets. So this one is for any of the homework throughout the entire semester. This is a copy of the lab manual. Don't worry about this too much. There's a little bit of information here, but each module will be providing you with the lab documents you need for that module. There's a little bit of extra stuff in here that you could find interesting if you wanted to look at it. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about Module 2, just in terms of the way it's formatted and what to expect for the modules going forward beyond that. So here are the expectations for this module. So you want to make sure as you go through that you are able to do the things listed here. In order to do that, these are the things that you'll be completing. Each of the modules beyond this will be similarly laid out. So it tells you what you need to be able to do, what are the resources available to help you do those things. So there's a reading in your textbook and then a series of videos that I made related to the specific ideas, and then a series of worksheets that are there to help you master the concepts in each of those videos. So there's several worksheets and videos there. Then you will be, this is something I actually need to change before the course starts. You will be taking a quiz before we have the Zoom meeting. We're not doing it in person, of course. So before the Zoom meeting, there'll be a period of time. It will probably be a 24-hour period of time in which you would need to take that quiz. And then once you've completed that quiz, then you're ready to come to the lab. You'll come to the lab through the Zoom on the given day on that Friday morning. We'll have that time together, and then once that's done, you'll complete the Mastering Chemistry online homework assignment. This is essentially how this will go. Every week we'll have a similar structure. During the lab time, one thing I should go ahead and mention here related to that is we will often be working together in groups during that time. So there'll be a few times where you have kind of a solo project, but a lot of these projects will be group projects where you'll turn in one for your entire group. We'll talk a bit about on the first kind of Zoom day how that's going to work in terms of how you're going to get into groups, etc. So a little bit about what to expect for this course. I will also say the second module is kind of one of the larger ones in terms of the sheer amount of content. If you get through this introductory stuff by, let's say, Tuesday, and you have some extra time that first week, I would definitely recommend jumping into Module 2 early so that you get through it, feel confident about it by the time that second Friday rolls around. So that's my introduction. I look forward to meeting you all at the end of the week.